Good morning. Welcome to the first and hopefully the last virtual Mary's Walk and Kerrymen 5K. We live in unprecedented times with the virus spreading around our country. And Mary's Walk, as a organization that supports the health and well-being of cancer patients, took it as our first priority to protect the health and well-being of our participants. So we are doing a virtual walk and a virtual run this year from our homes, from our neighborhoods, on our treadmills. We thank you for your support and participation, especially your understanding during these difficult times. We've had a overwhelming response to our pre-registration this year. We have pre-registered over 1,700 walkers and runners. We usually expect 500 or 600 more to show up on the day of the event. And this year we are hoping that you'll show up in your homes and in your neighborhoods. Of course, practicing social distancing so everyone can stay safe. We usually do an opening ceremony, and one of our guests is usually the governor. Governor Mills spoke to us last year. She was scheduled to speak to us this year, but of course, the opening ceremony, which we're doing virtually, I have a letter from Governor Mills. We appreciate that she took the time to write it, and if you'll bear with me for a moment, I'd like to read it to you. Governor Mills wrote, "As you know, Mary's Walk and the Kerrymen 5K raise essential funds for the Maine Cancer Foundation and the patients and families they support. Your dedication to this event, whether walking or running on a treadmill or in your neighborhood, is a true testament to the community created in honor of Mary Carey Libby. I commend you and all your commitment to your family, friends, and neighbors who are faced with cancer, particularly during these unprecedented and trying times. On behalf of the people of Maine, I wish you a successful virtual walk, and I look forward to seeing your photos on social media." Signed, Governor Janet Mills. Knowing the time and pressure she is under, we thank her for taking the time to write this letter. You may have noticed that I have on, and Jane, my wife, has on this year's t-shirt. Unfortunately, these are mock-ups, which we did in the fall, and the production of t-shirts was canceled due to the fact we had no way to distribute them. So this year's shirt will be next year's shirt, so you're getting a preview. One of the other individuals we plan to recognize this year was Kim Block. Many of you know that she retired from WGME as a result of a fall. We had planned to recognize Kim's 17 years of service to Mary's Walk. She has been a strong and tireless advocate of Mary's Walk and a number of community organizations. We wish her well in her retirement. Hopefully we can coax her to join us next year for the 23rd walk. We had a special speaker lined up for this year's event, Jim Godbout. He is the owner of Godbout Plumbing and Heating in Biddeford, and like many things we had planned for this year, Jim will carry over till next year. We have a core of sponsors, and I need to mention them because they raise a lot of money for Mary's Walk. Our principal sponsor is Chrysil Silicon Technologies. Our major sponsor donating $5,000 are Richetters in Saco and Falmouth, Worthing and Going, a Saco CPA firm, Sanford and Saco Biddeford Savings Institution and Paquin and Carroll, Spectrum Healthcare Partners, and Thornton Academy. Our signature sponsors donating $3,500 are Monahan Leahy, New England Cancer Specialists, Rewind 100.9, and I need to mention Chuck Igo, who is also retiring, who has been an incredible supporter of Mary's Walk over the years. We will miss his voice, his personality, and wish him the best in his retirement. Continuing with our signature sponsors, WGME, Libby O'Brien Kingsley Champion, and Brady's Screen Print. Please support our sponsors. They do a lot for Mary's Walk and the community. This is a virtual event, so please post your photos and continue your fundraising, which stays open until March 31st. And I'm going to ask Jane to close out our opening ceremony with some words from last year's winning teams.
Yes, so each year we recognize the top teams from the previous year. So again, we want to continue that tradition. So the team representing Top Family and Friends is KJ Strong, and their team captain was Brenda Pettit, and they raised $10,985. The top business corporate would be Monahan and Leahy, and their team captain is Kent Pierce, raising $4,800. And the top school was Little Folk Farm, and their team captain Tracy Merrill, and they raised $2,900. So fundraising, we're going to keep it open this year until the end of March 31st, where we will determine the winners, which we will again use next year in our opening ceremony to kick off the event. So please keep fundraising alive. We'll close it on March 31st, and we'll tabulate the winners at that date as well. And we will honor prizes, and those will be mailed to everybody. I would also like to give a special thanks to our Mary's Walk volunteer committee. That includes David and Terry Arenstam, Stephanie Babin, Ken Jansen, Seamus Carey, Carol Landry, Tony LeBlanc, Dick Peterson, Ray Thompson, and from Maine Cancer Foundation, Julia Batchelder and Kelly Martin.
Go walk and run.
Have a great day. Thank you for your participation.